Hey, what is up, gang? No, it is not the Commander Smiths. It is just me tonight. I am just opening this. We are doing the podcast tomorrow night. For those of you that are not a part of the Discord, I wasn't able to send out a notification because sick kid today. So, in the place of the podcast today, I am opening my Buylist order for about $1,000. It's a little less than 1,000, but from Cardkingdom. I felt it was about time getting ready to the double master stuff. There's a lot of double masters in here. A couple toolbox things, a lot of spec stuff. So like the last time when I did $1,200 from, I'm sorry, Renshai. Lowry's not here. He will be here tomorrow though. We got a good one for you guys tomorrow. So you go want to tune in for that because we'll be doing we're doing a revised list of our blueprint for building a deck. So we have a revised list for that, and then a kind of a surprise staple versus. If you're in the Discord, you know what I'm talking about. Lowry kind of brought it up, and I think we're going to do that. So that'll be fun tomorrow. But right now, so I'm just opening this. It's going to be kind of quick because I get a lot of the same cards. When I think it's a good spec, I get as many as I can of that card. So this is from Cardkingdom. I send in every probably 4-6 months. I send in an order of all my specs that I feel like are at a good spot, get good money for them, and then eventually I buy card or get the buy list stuff. And this one has been sitting there for a while. I purposely was waiting for double master stuff to get down to where I felt like was a good spot, and then I was going to buy it. So yeah, put good cards in a deck for once. All the time, buddy. All the time. All right, so that's my Card King. I don't know why I was going to show you my whole order there, but we're just going to go through these really quick. I'll kind of tell you which ones I have for my blueprint stuff. Or not blueprint. I got blueprint on the mind. Which ones are my blueprint cards and which... I did it again. Which ones are my specs and which ones are my toolbox cards. And I'll kind of tell you why I feel that and how many I got of those. So we'll just go through this. I love how Cardkingdom does their shipping. They do it pretty quick, and how they do their packaging. It's pretty slick how they do everything there. So just prices are typically a lot higher. So that's why you want to get things that you feel are good prices, because TCG, you can typically get it cheaper. You saw this one sitting there, but Plaza of Heroes, I did not get that in the box, but I feel Lowry and I both, had this as our number one card. I think it was either 1 or 2. I think it was 1. And so I did not open this. So I definitely wanted that. And that's a foil one, as you can see there. See that shine on that bad boy. So that is obviously my toolbox card. So we'll have the toolbox section there. Let's get into a lot of these specs. So I've spec'd on this already. These were dirt cheap. These are like, let me get actually look at my thing. I think they're like 99 cents. Or $1 something, $1.29. No, they're like 79 cents. So protection rackets are they're amazing. Like these should be played a lot. These were in our top 10 for a reason. I'm actually excited to have that in my new deck, the braids that I'm making. This card is just fantastic. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these for like 79 cents. That's why I got those. One of Lowry's favorite cards in foil is Rumor Gatherer. This was only like $1. Man, I should just have this out. All right, we're gonna tell you how much this is, and this is all Cardkingdom stuff. So it's probably cheaper if you go to TCG. This was pretty close. Let's see, protection racket. So what did I? This one was 99 cents. I was wrong. That wasn't 79 cents. Rumor Gatherer. 79 cents. And that's the promo pack ones. So see how they're a little bit different? It's not that same. I don't have the other ones in front of me or next to me. And if you guys are tuning in to see the podcast, that is tomorrow. Just so you know, this is just opening. If you guys are in the Discord, to kind of mention that. Didn't have time to put a post out on Twitter today just because I had a sick kid at home. So I was very, very busy today. Tomorrow, Tuesday, 9 o'clock is when we're going to be doing the cast. So right now, just opening a $1,000 order, buy list order from Cardkingdom really quick here. Going through that. So Rumor Gatherer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. And you can see those are nice in foil right there. So these are pretty sexy. Diablo 4 invites. Oh, good. Don't tell me that, Steven. Don't. Is it really? Diablo 4? Yeah, you're going to distract me like crazy. I freaking can't wait for that game. Drum Bellower was another one I had on my list. A lot of times when I go through sets, I'll write down things I want to keep track of. And then when I do a buy list, I'll kind of go back and see. Rumor Gatherer is freaking fantastic. It's a really good card. I'll go back and hit these up a little bit. So, you retracted your Diablo 4 message? All right, so I got a few of those full art ones. Oh, you're seeing a big sexy one right here. Fixed it. Nice. So I got 4 drum bellowers. I think they're really good. I didn't go deeper on those because and drum bellower, we're going to give you prices as we go along here. So drum bellower it was Kamigawa, isn't it? Oh, no, it was from the, I believe that might have been from one of the commander sets, I believe, wasn't it? Drum. Where are you? Okay, yep. So that was from Kamigawa's, right? So these are actually $4 for those. So that kind of tells you a little bit there. I mean, these are good. These are good cards here. All right. Smothering Tithe. Obviously had to get this. I didn't have a full art one yet, a flart one. And I love this art. I didn't want to go foil because Card Kingdoms are way overpriced for foil. I think they're $80 for these, for the foils. This one in particular is $35. So that was right about the TCG number. But TCG of these in foil, you can get for about $50. So Card Kingdom has them way overpriced. So I just went with the regular non-foil, but full art, which, some people like those better because you don't have that curling effect. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the Smothering Tithes. I didn't go deep on Urabrask. I could have gone very, very deep with this. I could have bought all of them with the amount of money because they're just, people don't like it as much as the other paraders. Senseis, obviously this was one thing I talked about when Double Masters, before Double Masters even came out, when I said they make this in a special format, I definitely want to get it. Again, the foils of these, way overpriced for Card Kingdom. They were at $80 or so, about the same as Smothering Tithe. These were $35 as well, so that's about the right price for where TCG has it. So this one, I think I got 7 of them. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Smothering Tithe, one of those is going into my collection. I already got one of these particular ones, the Smothering or Senseis, in my packs.
Oh, good for you.
So this is all spec for this one. Was there anything that's else? Well, one of these will go there. I already have my protection rackets in there, and then probably the full art. No, I got a drum bellower from Card Sphere. Bog Witch. Dragon Lord, I did not have this one, surprisingly, so that one was for me. That one is a fun card for me. Conqueror's Fillet. Oh, Dragon Lord this was $12.99 for that bad boy. The Conqueror's Flail. So these were going for $12.99 for these etched. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Conquerors, I think, got over 20 at one point. The regular commander ones. I think that's what it was. I should pull up my. I don't need to research that. But I remember it was over 20. I was thinking this is more than a double up, and this is the special version of this in the full in the etched foil there. So this will be partially in my toolbox card because I will replace the one that I have that's regular and then sell the other one. So the rest of that is for specs. I did not have Allosaurus Shepherd, so this is a toolbox card. I needed to have this card because I love not getting countered, even though our group only has a couple of those counter bitches. So got this one. I got it in the full art because me in the full art. I like how they look, and I like that he's petting a dinosaur. It's pretty sweet in that one. So that is a toolbox. 1,000-Year Storm. Oh, Allosaurus was 42. This is my most expensive card I bought. So this was a big. Typically, when I do a buy list, I try to get a couple cards that are higher priced that fill out my toolbox stuff. And so this is my highest one for my toolbox. Thousand Year Storm was cheap. That's why I went with these. This is $3.99 for a full art foil, and this I think is better than the original art. So I got 4 of those as well. And I think the original was at $15 or something like that. So this one is all spec right there. One of those might make it into my toolbox just to take out the full art one of the non-foil and replace it with the foil. This one is just, it's a toolbox one. It looked cool and it was $1. Was it $1? What is it at? It is let's see, where are you? $1.49. So I was like, yeah, well, why not? Let's just throw that in there. So, my Panharmonicons. So this is the second or third time I've gone after Panharmonicons. I have the promo ones of those in foil that I've sold and made money off of these or off of those. These just look just sick. Like the full art foil. I went 1, 2, 3, 4 deep on those, and those are at $10.99. So that's a pretty good price because I remember I was selling the other foils for over $20. Whoops, that should be in the spec pile. I do have one that is a non-foil full art in my collection, so that will replace that. So toolbox one in there as well. So I at least see a double up in this because I think these might be the premium version of those. Bloodforge Battle Axe. You think it'll stay around 10? I don't think it necessarily would because this seems like a premium version of this, and the other ones I got up to 20. So that's where I went a little, not deep. I got 4 of them. If I go deep, it's always if I'm over 6 or so, that's when I feel very comfortable with stuff. When I go 4, it's like, I think this will get there. I'm not sure if it's a double, triple, or whatever up, but we'll see. Battleforge Battle Axe. This was also up there. I think this was over 20. I picked up 4 of those as well. And these are going for $4.49 for these full art foils of those guys. So that will go one in the toolbox, and then the other stuff will go in my spec stuff. All right, Blood Artist. Crazy. I know Blood Artist is in a secret layer and all that stuff, and it's been printed like crazy. But this is a full art one, and this is kind of a cool, unique art, and it's $3.50. $3.50 for this. So I went deeper on this because Blood Artist is known to be a good card. Doesn't matter how many times they print it. The price of the regular ones will get probably close to $5. And this is a full art foil, very different art. So obvious. Oh, I think I actually do already have a full art foil of that one. So, good for me.
Oh, good for you.
So that is all spec right there. Thrumming Stone, one of Lowry's most excited cards. Sorry, my eye has just crap in it. It's itching the crap out of me. Thrumming Stone is one that Lowry was most excited for just because it was so expensive and now it's really cheap. It is really cheap. If you wanted a Thrumming Stone and you didn't have one, I did not have one for my collection. $4.49. $4.49 for that. So, yeah, we'll take that. All right. Well, this kind of tells you what my deck is what I'm making next. I have been currently working on Ivy as one of my decks, and there'll be another one in here. Is he next? Yep. She next. So Ivy, this is just for my deck. So it's not even toolbox. It is going for my commander for my next deck, and then also braids in the foil, stained glass look to that. So those two both are going for my deck stuff. Still got another container to go through really quick here. This one's much smaller than the last one. That stinks to be you. Tape out of there. Their little promo card. I like to keep these to give to my boys when they're like, hey, I want to play with your cards. I'm like, all right, here's these tokens that I'll never use, and you can play with them. All right. Last little bit here. Should wrap it up here pretty quick. Rabble Rousing. I know Jacuzzi has mentioned it. I know Fast Finance has mentioned this. I finally am picking up some of these because I did not have a lot of them. I did have a few in the Rabble Rousings. $2.49 for the extended, and then I got a few of the just regular ones for $1.79. Pretty dang cheap. So I went deeper on that. $1.79 for the full arts, and then $2.49 for this is all they had for the foils. So that kind of tells you something there. These are getting bought. So there wasn't a lot of those left. So that's pretty cheap. Also, I personally like Rose Room Treasurer. Just seems like a cool card. There's only regulars and full arts. So I got the full arts of these guys for those. We talked about Protection Racket earlier. Here's the other bits of Protection Racket. And see, I really like Protection Racket. And so I went deeper on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, let me give you the prices of the other stuff too. Protection Racket, extended art. These were $2.79. Rose Room was $2.49 for the full art there. All right. And then I think this is my last one here. Yep. Okay. Then Benny Brax. I think this guy's pretty fantastic. I already have quite a few. I see a little crease there. I don't know if you guys can. It's not a crease here. Camera, it's right here. So it's supposed to be near mint. I don't know if I'll bring the ticket up to Card Kingdom because they don't normally change anything. They go, we stand by our guys and blah, blah, blah. So that's my only downfall with them. I got 4 of those in the full art foils. And what are we looking at for pricing? Benny Brax is at $16. I think that's a pretty good deal for these guys because tokens, we make tokens all the time. You're in white, you're making tokens. It's at the beginning of each end step. If you made a token, draw a card. So this is going to go way up there. And these were, I believe you could only get the full art foils because they were the commander ones. If I remember right, I think these were one of the ones that were only in the collector boosters. And that's the only way you could get these in the full art foil. So they're even harder to find. So they're not very easy. And so I think over time, those will go way up. So that's it. We did it in 17 minutes here. That's about $1,000 in Buylist cards. A lot of this specs. These aren't specs. These are my specs here. So that's a lot. That's a big stack here. I traded in specs that went up, and hopefully these will continue to do the same here. One last thing. I do have to do the drawing for the Stump the Smith Savant for tomorrow. So that was another thing I wanted to add in there. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. Who is our stumper? And our stumper is going to be Rick Race. Rick Race. This is the first time he's been picked for Stump the Smith Savant. If you remember, it is not this guy. It'll be a regular version of Plaza of Heroes, but that is going to be our stumper for round 13. All right. Well, that should do it for just opening these. Remember, tomorrow night we will be live with a pretty unique cast. And here is, I'll just go really quick through these. I see Moldy Ace you jumped on. So here is all, or you can just go back and watch the beginning of it. But basically a lot of double masters, a few other things that weren't double masters, but a ton of double masters stuff. I think the prices may still go down a little bit yet for double masters, but there wasn't a lot out there and everything kind of got bought up before. And so I'm pretty comfortable with where I bought in, that even if they go down a little bit, they're going to surpass what I bought in at. So, all right, guys, that should do it for now. I will see you guys tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, for more Malort shots. Gross. All right, you guys have a good one. We'll see you. Bye. Sega.